Well, good morning, folks. Welcome to the Q, the live quiet time Bible study we do with Steve Levitt every day. Um, I am actually at a gas station filling up with gas right now. Hi, Kimberly. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hey, Cheryl. Uh, I'm going to try to do something a little different this morning. I'm not driving right now. I'm in my truck in Junction. You guys, most of you have been here before. I'm at that gas station in Junction, uh, where the McDonald's is, right? You guys have all been through here before. The gas station in Junction with at the McDonald's, the Shell station there. Filling up with gas, headed back to Colorado this morning. I left at 4:30 from South Texas, and I'll be headed back up through trying to get to Colorado hopefully by 7 o'clock tonight. Whenever I've got to turn in my U-Haul trailer behind me. Yes, my good friend Mr. U is with me again all the way back to Colorado. I've got to take it back. It's cheaper to return it back there than just turn it in where I was. So, all right, Kenzie, 1 year anniversary. Glad you're here. Good morning, Jennifer. All right, I got to go shut my gas off right quick. Hang on 1 second, and then we'll get going. I'm back. So you guys got a topic today? Anybody got uh yeah, I've done some miles. By the way, how you like my Fishers of Men Texas A&M fly fishing shirt? Compliments of JJ and Sarah Sierra. You hate awkward silence. That's funny. All right. So, this is just how we roll, right? Get all set up so I don't have a wreck. Anybody got any topics you'd like to discuss today? Whoop. Sarah and JJ took care of me. I am in love with my new t-shirt. It's a sweet thing. And I do have, by the way, which I guess I will wait until I'm done here this morning. Breaking the diet this morning. Breaking my diet because I got no love. By the way, I do have my buck sticks, Sarah, JJ, thank you. Got some buck sticks to eat on the way also. But I'll wait until we're done here this morning before I eat. All right, I'm about to go by Pamela's house. That's the next town, sort of. Eden, Menard, all that area up there. So, sweet Pamela, I'll wave at you as I go by. Everybody watches. Everybody knows Pamela on here. Got plenty of gas. Everything's good. All right. Subjects: faith and stress. We talked about stress earlier. Uh, we talked about stress earlier, but how does faith play into your stress? What a great subject. We can talk about that. We can certainly talk about stress. I'll mention a couple of things. Eden, 52 miles. Pamela, there you go. How does faith play into stress, fear, worry, anxiety, overwhelmed feelings? How does stress play into that? Look, what is stress? Tell me what you think stress is. What is the result? What is the cause of stress? See, there's legitimate stress, and then there's illegitimate stress. There's both. Legitimate stress is, um, I've got to get up and be a mother today. I've got to go to work and deal with a difficult boss. I've got to, something out of your control that may have come into your life, and it's causing you stress. Those are legit stressful things. Life is going to have some trouble. Life is going to have difficulty. Hang on one second. It's like this fog bank. My window's just completely fogged up. Life is going to have legitimate stressors. That's just the way life goes. So those are legitimate. I'm not saying you shouldn't have stress during those times. That's going to happen. But what about the stress that you cause yourself that's unnecessary? What about stress that happens in your world that's unnecessary or irrational? Typically, that stress is based in lies that you believe. Do you create stress in your life that's unnecessary? This is really an important question. That's the kind of stress we can control. That's the kind of stress we can manage. It's typically stress that is created or has become evident in your life because of your own false beliefs. Do you cause yourself stress? Do you cause yourself unnecessary stress? Do you create conflict with people around you? Do you create stress because of lies that you believe? Oh no, that's a crisis. It's not a crisis. We call that being a crisis junkie. Where you kind of almost thrive on crisis. You like to make things a crisis whenever it's not really a crisis. You're comfortable there. You thrive there. You like crisis, and if crisis is going on in your world, sometimes you may even create crisis because you like it. You like to worry. You like to go, oh no. Maybe you like to gossip. You like to create environments where there's tension or stress. That's not a healthy stress. Now, sometimes you're just creating it because of fears. You've had trauma in your life. You've had the people that you are supposed to love you hurt you, and so you fear people, you fear hurt, you fear rejection, you fear abandonment, and so you live in a constant state of stress. Maybe you grew up really poor and you fear being poor, you fear being broke. Anyway, you get my point, that you can create your own crisis, worry, and stress whenever it's not necessary. The truth is, God says He loves you. He will never leave you nor forsake you, that He will provide for you. He will take care of your needs. That doesn't mean you're not going to be uncomfortable sometimes. And that's a whole nother level of fear. The fear of being uncomfortable. The fear of having things unknown in your life. Do you have a fear of the unknown? Like, I don't know what's going to happen. I know so many people that live in a constant state of fear simply because of the unknown. There's actually nothing to fear. There's actually there's no danger in their life, but the what ifs about danger. What if this happens? What if that happens? The unknown. I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow. I don't know what my children are going to turn out like. I don't know what our financial future is going to be. I don't know where I'm going to live next year. I don't know. And because of the I don't know, you live in a constant state of fear. Look, you're not entitled to know. you're not entitled to understand. God doesn't give you that privilege of always knowing what's going to happen in your life. You don't have the privilege of knowing what's going to happen next week and next month. God wants you to rely on Him rather than your own control of that situation. God wants you to trust Him, not your control environment. And so God intentionally doesn't give you those answers. He intentionally puts you in a state of unknown. Stop fighting that. Stop resisting the unknown. Stop fearing the unknown. I wish I could read comments because I'm sure you guys have a lot of things we can talk back and forth here, and it's actually helpful to me to get your feedback so I can be talking about whatever the things are that you might be struggling with. There's this low haze and kind of fog down in the trees. Check this out. You guys see that? Look at that. That is beautiful. Kind of foggy, low haze. Squirrel. Just sharing my world with you. Just fog goofing. So those are I'm trying to carry out for you guys kind of the causes or the reasons for stress. Certainly you can have health issues that come up. That's stressful. You can have, I'm actually going under the fog in this little dip right here. How cool is that? You can have health issues come up. And you don't know. You don't know what's going to happen. You don't know what the end result's going to be. You know what we do? What we have is we have the guarantee that we have today. We have today. I'm going to go be faithful today. Tomorrow, I'll wake up and say, all right, I have tomorrow. Now I have today, tomorrow. And I'll dive in tomorrow. There has to be a trust in God that you don't control. Ultimately, what we're doing is we're giving up control. You might want to control if people like you or not. You might want to control if people respect you or not. You might want to control if people pay you or not. You might want to control everything. Y'all, this is so cool. I'm actually under this cloud that's right on top of my truck. It's got little wavy bumpers, and I'm easily entertained, aren't I? So you might want to be in control of things that God doesn't want you to be in control of. Whenever you're in control, whenever you're the one in control, then God is not. And I don't think He plays that. God doesn't want you to have control. He wants to be in control, not you. So we have to give up control. But that's where we get a lot of fear. That's where a lot of people's worry comes in. That's where a lot of people struggle with stress, worry, and fear. All right, so what do we do with stress, worry, and fear? What do we do with those things that we can't control? How do we manage our stress from a faith point of view? You know what my life verse is. Anybody want to say what my life verse is? I say it every Bible study we do. I have one verse that manages my life. It is Proverbs chapter 3, verse 5. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Lean not on your own understanding. goes on to say, in all of your ways acknowledge him, and he will make your path straight. Proverbs 3:5 is the crux of living stress-free. It's the root, it's the base, it's the concrete to the foundation of the house. It's the foundation of living life without stress. It is trust in the Lord with all your heart. Lean not on your own understanding, not in your own ability to, don't lean on your own ability to control things, to manage your life. You do the best you can. You wake up every day, you're faithful, and you leave it right there. So, the first step in allowing your faith to decrease your stress is Proverbs 3:5. Trust him with what you can't control. The reason we know this to be true, and you guys have heard this story before, is remember whenever Jesus was in the boat asleep and the disciples, a storm came up, and the stress, storm, fear, worry, oh no, came up, and they woke Jesus up and said, we're going to perish, Jesus, don't you care? And Jesus looks at them and says, ye of little faith, why are you so afraid? Basically, do you not trust me? Do you not know that I am God, asleep in the boat with you right now? If you're not safe here, you're not safe anywhere. If you're not safe in the boat with Jesus, then you are not safe anywhere. Ye of little faith, why are you so afraid? Big fear, little faith. So, what he was telling them is, yes, I know you're faithful. I know you love me. I know you're following me. But I'm asking you to walk into the fire. I'm asking you to deal with hard things in life. You're going to have big faith, big faith, big faith, big faith. Another name for ministry, big faith ministry. That would be a good one, big faith. We went with sunfish. I like it, but I also like big faith. T-shirt, T-shirt, right? Big faith. I think that we have to find big faith. Faith in something bigger than yourself. Faith in your ability to control it. Faith in your ability. These guys were fishermen. They were seaworthy, right? These guys had spent their whole life in boats and storms. And this was bad, and they were afraid. And God says, ye have little faith, why are you so afraid? Next picture we get in the book of Matthew is the disciples again, different time after the feeding of the 5,000 or 4,000. Disciples in the boat in a storm. They're scared. They look up and they see what they think is a ghost walking, a spirit walking on the top of the water, walking on the water. They're like, dude, what is that? And as the image gets closer, they recognize that it's Jesus. See, Jesus, I'd love to tell a story and a whole sermon on this moment where the disciples were out in the boat in a storm, and Jesus like, hey, got no ride. I got no sled. Big deal. I'll just walk on the water out to the boat. I got no ride out to the boat. Jesus don't need a boat. He just decides to walk on the water. It's like barefoot skiing without a boat, right? He's out there. And he's walking up to, I digress, sorry. and he's walking up to the boat. They go, "Oh, it's Jesus. Oh, wow. He's walking on water." Dude, check it out. Jesus is walking on water. Peter thought that that was so cool that he had to do it too. Jesus, way cool, dude. Nice miracle. Could I try that? And this is Peter, this impulsive, excited, exuberant personality Peter. It's like the first time I saw a unicycle. I got to do that. I got to do that. I got to learn how to do that. First time I saw somebody juggle, I got to do that. I got to learn how to do that. First time I saw a magic trick, I got to do that. That's cool. I like that. Well, I do all those things, by the way. Peter, Jesus walking on water, I got to do that. Way cool. Nice miracle. I'm in. Jesus, can I please walk on water? Can I come out to you, Jesus? Jesus is still standing in the water, in the storm, waves and crashing, and says, "Yes, Peter, come on. Hold my staff. Watch this. Yes, Peter, come on." Now, just to get your brain around this, in order to do something like walk on water, you have to have faith. There has to be an element of trust or belief or faith that you can actually walk on water. So Peter steps out of the boat. He steps on the water and he's looking at Jesus, and he's standing there full of faith. No doubt. No doubt. Full of faith. And he's standing there on the water, and he starts to walk towards Jesus. And all of a sudden, I think that the storm came up, and Peter got distracted off of his faith in Jesus. And I think he began to question, like reality set in. Whoa, I'm standing on water, and there's a storm, there's stress, there's worry, there's fear, there's things all around me. And I believe he got distracted away from Jesus, and he got focused on the reality of the impossibility of what he was doing. Imagine the impossibility of what he was doing. Imagine the impossibility of you getting better from your health issue. Imagine the impossibility of financially figuring out how to make it work. Imagine the impossibility of whatever you've created in your mind that's impossible. Whatever you've decided is going to stress you out or be worrisome or whatever. The impossibility. If you're focused on the impossibility, you're not going to walk on water. You're going to be stressed. It wasn't until Jesus reached out, grabbed Peter's hand, and said, "Look at me, Peter. Look at me. Right here. Look at me. Stop looking at your impossibility. Stop looking at your fear." And Jesus says to him, "Ye of little faith, why are you so afraid?" His fear sank him. His fear let him sink. His fear is what got him. His worry, his stress, his oh no, his what if, his yes but is what sank him. And Jesus said, "Little faith, big fear. Reverse that, Peter, and you'll walk on water." End of story. Reverse it. Big faith, little fear, walk on water. Big faith, little fear, walk on water. Ye of little faith. Jesus also, I think it was Sermon on the Mount or the Mount Olivet sermons, that Jesus said a third time, ye of little faith, why are you so afraid? What do we do with fear in relation to faith? You trust God. Even, look, wait, hold on. I'm wagging my finger at you. Hang on. Catch this. The faith isn't that God's going to fix it. Just remember that. It's not the faith that God's going to make it all okay. It's not the faith that God's going to fix everything. That sort of faith will sink you. And that's the sort of faith a lot of Christians have. It's the kind of religion that says God will heal me, God will give me money, God will take care of me, God will make my life easy. That's not faith. The kind of faith that's wrong is the kind of faith that said God is going to make my life good and comfortable. Bad faith. Bad faith. Bad faith. Good faith is, God, I'm going to trust whatever you allow in my life. Whatever you allow in my life, I trust and have the faith that you will carry me through it. I didn't mean to, but that's a whole sermon right there. That'll preach right there. That dog will hunt. This business of, oh, I need to have faith so God will give me what I want. I need to have faith so God will make me comfortable. I need to have faith so God will prosper me financially. I need to have faith that God will give me good health. That's not the kind of faith Jesus is talking about. I'm just going to let you sit with that for a minute. That needs to soak in. That needs to sink in. You need to process what I just said. The kind of faith, awkward silence, the kind of faith that Jesus is talking about is the kind of faith that says, whatever you bring, not what I want, not what I'm expecting, not what I'm telling you I need. The kind of faith Jesus is talking about is the unknown. I will trust you in the unknown. Maybe that's the t-shirt. Jesus, I will trust you in the midst of the unknown. I will trust you. Oh, this is so good. I can't believe we're going here. I didn't even know what I was. Whenever I started this, I said, give me a topic. We're going to talk about it. I didn't have anything prepared. This is from God. This is from God. I'm telling you. I don't get too wiggy like this every once in a while, but that word right there is to you from God. Stop having faith that God's going to give you what you think you need. The kind of faith Jesus is talking about is faith in the unknown, the hard things, the scary things. I'll take it. Bring it, Jesus. If that's what you have for me, if you have hard for me, if you have trouble for me, if you have tribulation for me, I trust you. I trust you. I will walk with you. I will remain faithful. That's how you get rid of stress. That's how you get rid of worry. That's how you get rid of fear. I'm not afraid anymore. Say it out loud. I am no longer afraid. I'm not going to be afraid. Say it out loud. Why? Because I trust you. Even if, worst case scenario, I am not going to be afraid. I will fear not, because you are God. You will never leave me nor forsake me. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Chill bumps and tears. When God speaks, it's chill bumps and tears. I can't read the comments. I have a feeling you guys are feeling it too. You get it? Do you get it? You don't hear sermons like this. People don't teach this. I hear the teaching of he's going to give you what you want. And I hear the teaching of, and I don't hear teaching about faith like this. It's like God has spoke. You get it. And I'm done. I want to be done because I want you guys to get off here, get off your phone, shut it off. When we're done right here in just a second, I want you to shut your phone off. I want you to pray. I want you to take some time to pray. Just take some time to talk with God about that fear that you have. And you tell him, you and God have a conversation right now when we're done, right here, about this thing you're afraid of, the oh no's, the what ifs, the yes buts. And be done with it. Give it to him. Let it go. Stop holding on to it. Let him have it and get over your fear. Trust him. Grow your faith. I'm going to pray for you guys real quick and then we're done. I'm not going to close my eyes. Lord, thank you for everybody watching today. I pray, Lord, for everyone watching right now, that you would reveal to them what their deep core fear is. Maybe it's the fear of abandonment, the fear of the rejection, maybe the trauma, the fear of harm, the fear of whatever it is, Lord, whatever their fear is, make them own it. Show it to them. Make them brave enough to call out that fear and really call it what it is. And I pray that everyone watching today would release that fear into your hands and would trust you with it. Thank you that you love us, and that you sent Jesus Christ for our sins, to wash away our fear, to wash away our sin, to wash away all things that hold us back. Thank you for being a good God. Thank you for being a loving God. Thank you for being a God of protection and provision. For it's in Christ's name we pray. Amen. Woo! I got to shake that one off. That was some good stuff. Between Menard and Junction in an F-150 driving down the road, God showed up. Hallelujah. I'm out. You guys spend some time praying right now. See you tomorrow morning. Bye.